So you may have had a glimpse of your eternal nature, and how has this changed how you're living? You see, on one level, it doesn't change anything because you've always been this. But on another level, it changes everything. That this glimpse, this basically this taste of your true nature, the glimpse that was revealed, this revelation. How does that change your life? Well, you come to realize that you never gain anything because you've always been this, and you've never lost anything because you've always been this. But how does that change your relative life, the apparent life of the character? Well, when you're really embodying this true nature, when you're living that realization, see, it's not enough to just have a glimpse, peekaboo, and then go back to how you're living. That wouldn't be integrating it. That wouldn't be embodying that realization. That wouldn't be expressing your essence. But to truly express your essence, you find that your relative life completely transforms. It literally becomes almost unknown to you, in the sense that you don't even recognize yourself because it's so transformed, the way that you're living. So, and in a good way, because it's just moving in the direction of being more you, more of an authentic expression of yourself. But what would it be like to live life knowing that you have nothing to lose? See, life previously was there's always something to lose, right? And this is why you don't live totally, because if you live totally, then that's crazy, right? There's so much fear that comes up because there's a sense of loss. The fear is loss. Loss is fear, right? So you have this kind of this fear of losing something, but to really embody your true nature, you live like you have nothing to lose, because in truth, you can't lose anything, right? So it's a full engagement of life. It's not this realization where you realize your empty nature and then sit on the sidelines and watch life pass you by and then just say, oh, I'm the witness. No, it's that's just the stage, as the witness stage. But the full realization then dissolves even that subtle separation where you're the witness of life. Now, you are life, right? But this life is a gift. It's a paradox that the mind can't understand. You are life, but you're also your life experiencing yourself as an apparent character, where this apparent character is how you're experiencing yourself. Everything that you're looking at is you. Everyone that you're interacting with is you. See, it's much like a dream. When you fall asleep at night and you dream to, I don't know, you're dreaming to be in Hawaii, that anyone that's on the beach with you, your girlfriend that you take, your boyfriend that you take, husband, wife that you take with you, the waves, the water, the ocean, the sand, your pina colada, all of this, what is that actually made of? Right? When you wake up from the dream, you come to realize that it was all made of you. Now, when you have this awakening, you come to see that actually this is no different. That right now what you're experiencing is very dreamlike, right? It's dreamlike because a dream is defined by anything that appears and disappears, right? That's how you know it's a dream when you wake up. How do you know it's a dream when you wake up? Well, because whatever was appearing to you then disappeared. That was a dream. Good thing I'm awake. I didn't get eaten by the lion, right? But I would really like to go back to that beach in Hawaii, right? So when you awaken to your true nature, that's like now awakening, and now you're lucid, right? That's what I call lucid living, right? So just like how there's lucid dreaming, this is lucid dreaming, but it's lucid living. So you know that it's dreamlike, right? So now how does that change how you're living? Because that awakening, that being lucid, changes your experience of the dream, just much like how when you are lucid dreaming, it changes your experience of the dream. So it's very similar to live like that, because now you're not living in fear. Now you realize that you have nothing to lose. So on this relative level of experiencing the dream, everything becomes so playful. The seriousness drops, the heaviness drops, and now it's an experience of going all in, that you're living totally. You're not leaving anything on the table. You're not holding back. You're not reserving yourself. See, all that reservation and holding back and, plan B, that is because you always felt that you had something to lose. And when you feel like you have something to lose, it's this resistance, the resistance to life itself. When there's no resistance, then there's just all in. And this all in is experienced as the totality of life. You experience this flow, just 24/7 flow, right? And this flow is not just this flow, it's the flow of happiness, love, peace, freedom, abundance. It's the flow of your true nature. And you're just allowing it to flow, right? Where you're not experiencing any fear. You're fearless. You don't have that, oh, what if this happens and what if that happens, that reservation, that fear of loss, because you've realized, you've awakened to the fact that just like a dream at night, there's nothing to lose. If you lost $1 million in your dream, you didn't really lose $1 million in your, right? So you have that sense that you're lucid, right? Because you're awake. You've always been awake. That's kind of the irony. You awaken to your wakefulness, right? It's always been like this, right? Well, that's for another video. So you can question, how much are you actually embodying your true nature? How much are you living that realization? Is it something that just became a glimpse and a memory and something to, put in your back pocket? Maybe, create a image in the mind that becomes like some sort of trophy that you put on the shelf and that was my awakening experience. Or are you living the realization? The truth that you realize, are you living it? Because that's what it's all about. It's not enough to just realize the truth, but it's living truth, right? And that's what then changes everything in your life on a relative level. That the character, the game, the dream, it continues. It's not like you wake up and then everything vanishes. No, there is an awakening. There is a point where everything does vanish, right? That's how you know it's a dream, because that which was appearing has completely disappeared, much like what happens in deep sleep. Everything that was appearing, right? All the phenomenal activity, the appearance that was moving, right? The activity appearing, well, that disappears completely, right? That's how you know it was a dream. Now, when that becomes, you become conscious of that, you become conscious that it's actually happening right now. That this activity that is appearing is an appearance. It's phenomenal. But there's that which you are, that's another aspect of yourself, right? Which is the potentiality of this dream, which is never changing, right? It never moves. It's not appearing, it's not disappearing, right? We can only point to it with words, but no words can really describe it because it's not something. How do you describe no thing, right? Other than using that word. So it changes everything when you're living as your true nature and you're aware of yourself in the midst of the dream, That's what creates the sense of being lucid, being aware of your eternal nature, your immortal nature, in the midst of this dream, this appearance, which then you see that actually it's that emptiness, it's the formlessness that is appearing as the form. It's appearing as the fullness. That there's no separation, that it's all you. So you're not experiencing fear when it's all you, right? That's the experience of love. Love is the absence of fear. Love is the absence of separation. Everything that you're seeing, you're touching, tasting, smelling, hearing, whatever other one I left out there, is all you. It's all made of you, right? So this then changes everything. And like this, then this is the highest expression in this dream, because you're expressing your true nature. This is the embodiment of your true nature. The embodiment of your true nature is full expression. So the character is seen to flower. Like the character is an individuated expression of yourself, of source, of this is where it gets confusing because the language just separates it. So it's when actually the character is then allowed to fully express, right? There's a full expression of the character. There's a flowering of the character. The natural gifts, talents are then they're being able, they're allowed to come out and be shared, right? There's nothing that's holding back. There's nothing that's suppressing the expression. So the expression is free to flow, right? This is, some traditions would call this the Jivan Mukti, right? It's liberated while living, that you're not just free from the dream and that's it. No, that's the first stage, that you're free from the dream, but then there's the freedom of the dream, right? So it's first a freedom from and then a freedom of, that you're then free to live your true nature, right? And this is your birthright. This is the how do we say this here? This is the highest, I don't want to turn into a goal, but this is the highest goal. This is what we're all seeking. Yes, yes, to be free from suffering. And that's just like a phase, right? But then it's okay, well, now you're free from suffering. And then, well, now what? Now what? Well, now you live your life totally. All of these impediments and obstacles and reasons why you were holding back, it was all just because of fear. But now you're not experiencing that fear. So now how are you living? Right? You see that it's completely transformed, right? It's a full embrace, right? It's love that embraces. So you're embracing everything as yourself, and you're basically living in the love that you are, right? So anyways, we'll leave it there. This has probably gone on way too long. If you enjoyed this little reflection, if you want to experience what I'm talking about, it's totally possible for you. And you can join Truth Community. It's free to join. I'll put the link in the description below, and we can explore this together, share, express, and yeah, just really enjoy yourself. Enjoy the life that you are. Anyways, that's enough for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.